Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Disco Elysium, where, for some reason, Everett he's not here. When I loaded in the game, he just was gone. I assume that he goes to bed after a certain amount of time, after a certain, time of day, and that we just talked to him through that. But it's super weird that he was here when I saved and then wasn't and isn't here when I loaded, as though time has continued to pass in the game. Well, it looks like we're not allowed to interact with anything in here, so I guess we may as well just go outside. Weird, though. It's weird to be in his office without him in it, occupying such a large percentage of the space. So I guess we can have a look around outside. I don't really know what's going on out in Martinez at night. My suspicion, though, is that we've kind of exhausted our options for the moment. I guess one thing we definitely want to do is go back to the whirling and try to look out the window now, right? And I guess we could try to interact with this. We could pop this rhetoric check. We do have 2 skill points, and I do think my rhetoric skill should be higher. I think that's a reasonable thing for us to do. We also, though, could jam a couple more thoughts into our thought cabinet, which is maybe... yeah, maybe that's what I want to do. I'm kind of curious what Cop of the Apocalypse does. So what was... rigorous self-critique was the sorry cop thing, right? It didn't really do that much for us, honestly. So if we think that the other capo types might provide similarly structured, but obviously with different values, bonuses, then probably Cop of the Apocalypse is not worth a slot. That's probably not the only way to think about this, though, of course, because we are trying to build a character and everything. I think we're gonna try not to think all that hard about this thing, this thing that's happened to us. We have a good idea of what happened in our past, and maybe let's just leave it alone at this point. I am pretty curious about this one. Why do you feel like there was a 15th Indo tribe? Alright. Does our rhetoric get us anything else? Are there any other rhetoric checks? There's almost sealing that we don't care about. It's just to get a discount or something. Not really, but it's a good skill to have. I think it fits with our character. He's good at convincing people of things. I'm going to take this. And then... that check is still not at all doable. Never mind. We're not even going to try it then. I think. Yeah, we're not even going to try it then. But now it's open. We can come back to it later when we have reason to... hold on. I'm going to go back and ask what's-his-name about it one more time. Because it's a super weird thing. It's super weird that we were able to even bring it down. He's still over here.
Oh, hey, mister. I'm not gonna bother you.
What's in the container over there?
I know you're probably a busy man being in a...
Interesting that his voice line didn't stop playing when we...
I think the more people keep in the peace, the better.
Should be empty. Lots of containers have nothing in them, just waiting to be loaded up. Okay. There's something in there, right? Something about that is significant. I cannot help but have that feeling. Alright, I think I am going to open up another slot in our thought catalog. And we'll check out the 15th Indo tribe. I'm curious what memory is sparking here. And then we're actually not even that far from another level up. Alright, let's go down to the whirling, I suppose. Not, I think, too terribly much more to do up here. Wait, did I... oh yeah, the button is how we got the container down in the first place. Am I allowed to do anything else with it? That's just gonna lift it back up, right? I mean, I guess let's see. Nope, never mind. It doesn't do anything. Fair enough. So we have a lot of things sort of cooking. We definitely would like to get that freezer open, but I don't know where we're going to find a super pry bar. We of course have we have a number of investigation type things that can't be done until we can get to the other side of the waterlock. Yeah, I don't know, maybe we just go down to the whirling, check out the window. I guess we could go talk to Sealing. Now that I have that rhetoric check open, we could probably at least get some XP off of performing whatever it was. I don't even 100% remember. I think it was the thing about asking him for a discount. This is new. I found a morale booster. Okay. Just sitting on the windowsill, I guess. anybody else around here that we ought to... I mean, I guess... No, there's not going to be anybody else around here to talk to. It's very late. Am I still allowed to go in for it at this time? Okay, I was going to say, their lights are on, which sure would indicate that they're open, but... Let's just see if there's anything different around here at night. Doesn't look like it.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
I believe you. I was just curious if any new lines of inquiry had opened up. And here's the thing I'm not 100% sure of. Can we even see garbage if we don't have the bag in our hand? Maybe I should be running around with the bag in my hand. Just in case. You know, we're still not exactly killing it on the cash front. We are getting close to having enough to buy that role-playing game, though, which I'm not 100% sure why I'm so fixated on, but it sounds like a cool thing to do. Okay, so Renee and his... Oh, wait. Spirited chirps and clicks of swallows fill the air, but only if you're standing right here. You move 1 foot in any direction, they're gone. Yeah, I guess let's go check on that window. And I suppose we can see if the Hardy Boys are still here. Unfortunately, I do feel like we've hit kind of a dead end with them. They've told us the story that they worked out together, and I can't imagine we're going to be able to get anything out of them regarding the bullet. No, it is still not time yet. What a mysterious penalty. Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't feel like I ever want to put a another point into perception, really. Like, I feel like we've got enough perception. Huh. I am able to take the plastic bottle out of that man's hand. It's pretty weird. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go to sleep. It feels to me like we've exhausted a lot of what we had available to us on this side of the waterlock. Try the door one more time. And Gart never goes to bed, right? So it's not like we'd be able to get behind the... Oh! Hey, here's something I didn't think to do. This is actually a really good opportunity to test, though. If I take the bag out of my hand... Yeah, you can't even interact with the stuff anymore, so we do have to walk around with the bag. Okay, well... This is like $1. Sorry, a real. Real. Is that not... That's not actually lit up. Nobody would ever take that bottle back. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. I guess let's just lay down. Let's go bang on this door one more time. Okay, then let's go lay down. Yeah, I think I'm a little torn. Like, it feels like I should be doing more. It feels like obviously, we don't want to waste our time here, but I just don't think that we have anything else terribly interesting to do. We could go down to Sea Lang and hit that check. I guess let's do that. Oh, he's not even going to be out there at this time of night. Yeah, let's just go to sleep. I need Kim to help keep me straight here. He's provided an awful lot of insight on this case so far. The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep. Also, there was the sound of a door.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why is a weird question to ask here. How about what? Or huh?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately. Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, "What did we ever do to you?" I'm sorry, cells. It's all me. It's my fault. Boy, these are all pretty bleak, huh? Well, this body's worthless anyway. No one does anything nice to it. What I like about this is that it does... I'm still blaming myself, right? I'm part of no one. But it's a little bit less dramatic than the top option. Yeah, I'm going to say this.
And why might that be the case? What lava lights on such a bloated corpse to be?
I think I need medical attention? It's like, so far, the story of our version of this character has been a guy who's like 100% wrecked, but is trying to claw his way back to some kind of humanity. And I think I like the idea that he's becoming more aware of how the drug use is kind of destroying him, and maybe this is his moment where he starts turning it around. Not that I'm definitely not going to take any more Pyrrolidon, because I probably will. But you know, one step at a time, we're moving back in the right direction.
Oh yes, that'll check you out, give you some pills, make it all okay. The Wonder Makers.
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening. They don't make new kidneys and livers in hospital. All you've got to do is pray to God it passes, while you stare at the flickering darkness.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people, really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
But I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like them.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
Well, no. At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets. People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts. You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
I do love to rock and roll. Is it going to be morning? Turns out you've been laying down for 3 minutes. Okay. Day 3. Everything's fine. I did not take my coat off before going to sleep. That's probably not great for the coat. The good news is, I actually feel way more secure. There was a moment there where I thought we were maybe actually going to die to attrition damage. But I'm feeling survivable. Let's see. Do we need... Nothing new. Nothing new. Knock on the door again. You know it's worth trying every time we gotta walk past, right? Alright, let's see what Kim has. Let's see what comes back on the serial number from the boots. Oh. More cops.
Yes?
Really? No, hey, you're back and let's... Seriously? Okay, tell me about the case again? No, never mind, I don't need to go over the preliminary info. We talk to these guys, I guess? The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
Hold on. Are you a cop with the RCM?
Yes, I am.
I'm on a murder investigation. Are you the cavalry?
I'm definitely not the cavalry.
You know I'm a cop too, right?
No.
Here's the real deal.
Thanks, Kim. It's hard to tell whether he's sarcastic or sincere, but if you had to guess, you would say the lieutenant is being sarcastic. Well, that doesn't bode well. Is everything alright? Why don't you want to talk to me?
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
She's still avoiding your gaze, so she's here to, like, replace us or get us in trouble somehow, but she's not comfortable with it, maybe? It's cool to see another cop. I thought Kim and I were the only ones. Probably shouldn't bring on our apocalypse vibe here at this moment. Sorry, have I wronged you? It seems like I've done that to a lot of people.
No, you haven't wronged me. It's okay.
She shakes her head and breathes out. Something changes in her. It's pity. Pity comes over here. Oh, good.
Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
What does one talk about with a fellow officer? So, what precinct are you from? Hey, that sounds like a cop thing to say. What precinct? She just sighs. Fucking deranged lunatic. The sunglasses wearing man pushes through his teeth. You're getting an intellectually unsatisfying vibe from this conversation. Maybe you're doing something wrong. Yeah, this is a weird thing.
You look like shit.
Your ruffled face reflects from the man's
And
sunglasses.
I don't mean that as a metaphor.
Looks don't matter. It's what's on the inside that does.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm going by here.
Come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
I wonder if she has this response if you haven't yet triggered her empathy.
It's not just this week. What do you want?
Okay, so this guy's cool. He stands there like a statue, an angry statue, and he does not like you. We could boost our esprit de corps before taking this check, so we probably will. Kim, who is this guy? I don't know how to make this sound. He shakes his head. I'm not getting involved in this. Hey, I've got some questions for you. I'm a cop. About what? You don't look like a cop, he inspects you. You know what you look like? Well, a little bit like Guillaume Le... No! The man in the sunglasses raises his fist. You will not start blabbering about this asshole. Uh-oh, I think this guy might know us. Okay, now will you answer some questions for me? No, he says calmly, then just keeps staring at you. Why not? Because it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging? Okay, so I'm not being taken off the case. That's good to know. If you don't want to answer questions, maybe you want to hear me say things? Actually, I don't want to hear you say things. Yeah, that's kind of what I was banking on. Come on, Gene. Okay, say things. He adopts a lighter tone. I want to hear you say things. Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head. Okay, I'm doing this investigation, and it turns out he was shot and hanged. You think he was hanged as a cover-up to hide the shooting? Basically, yes. Okay, well, he corrects his blonde wig. His hair. He corrects his hair. Hey, why am I telling you this? Because I thought he was a cop. It turns out he's not. I don't know. Why are you? He gives you an odd look. Oh my god, there's more. He looks at you in disbelief. You want something more. What is it? What is happening here? Why is Kim refusing to get involved in this? If these people are cops, which it seems like they maybe aren't, I'm a little concerned. Because why would he be wearing a wig? Then, why would Kim refuse to get involved in this whether or not these guys are cops? Alright, hold on. That voice, so very familiar. Did you hear it when calling to your station and reporting your badge missing? Wait, your voice, I recognize it. Oh, really? I wonder where. Well, I lost my badge recently, and when I called in to report it missing, you were there. That's the where you remember me from? Why is there so much KH? We've never seen anybody make a noise that starts with KH before, and now it's happened 3 times in just this little bit of conversation. I have a bit of memory trouble. You don't say. He turns away from you. Goodbye, then. The voice thing was a coincidence. Run along, asshole. I'm not sure that it was. Alright, we're gonna put on our being a cop clothes. Yep, disco blazer. All cops wear disco blazers, obviously. You know what? This is better. RCM patrol cloak. That really makes me look like a cop. And then... was that it? That thing's definitely not a cop thing. Yeah, I guess that's it. Maybe we want to change the shirt. Maybe this would be a good time for me to have some authority. Nothing like a mesh tank top to help with your authority. And then these shoes. These shoes could be replaced, but I don't... yeah. But you know what would make me really look authoritative? It's these... uh-oh. I did something. That made a noise. You look down at the white ceramic sabatons hugging your arches and calves, surprised at how well they fit. Your movements cause tiny clicks, like dice rolling somewhere far away, as the plates reorient to your motions. I don't know that I would think this necessarily. Decked out in future armor, like a cop ought to be. The hardened vitreous enamel, at once sleek and light, adds a glow to your cheeks and a spring to your step. Just imagine what a full suit full of this stuff could do for you. Yeah, I do want the full suit. Oh no, wait. This is the long sought-after enemy technology. I can't just enjoy it. I must study it. I also will enjoy it, but that's not like the main point of what's going on. Remember, this is a highly specialized kinetic redistributor meant to stop bullets. Wear it, observe its properties, see if there's a weakness in the design. For the day you have to fight someone covered in the same material. Okay.
Again, I can't believe this shit.
He shakes his head, looking like he really is having trouble believing this shit. He might be wearing a disguise. Aha! Thank you, Mesh Tank Top. Cool shades. Are you wearing a disguise? Yes, it's a hobby of mine. He looks at you inquisitively. As if waiting for some kind of reaction or response. Something to click. Not happening, though. Who is this guy? Well, we have a pretty reasonable shot at hitting this now. Let's try it. Wait, should I pursue more dialogue options first? We might be able to get something else. Yeah, let's do this. Alright, listen, I'm doing this investigation, and a man is hanged. So, do you know who hanged him? Well, why would I say not yet? I know that that's not the case. We do know who hanged him. Okay, yeah, that didn't do anything at all. Alright, I'm just gonna roll this. We need an 8 here, I think. Okay, look at that. Oh, you know what it is. It's like the two of you know each other. Just ask him. Really? That was what the check got me, was the ability to say, do you know me from somewhere? Fine. Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere. Another life. From where? From another life? Well, I do love to just vocalize everything I'm thinking. Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the... He pauses. To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality? Shoot. I don't remember if we're the 41st or the 57th, because we're one of them and Kim's the other. Is it in my notebook? Name not unknown. Rank unknown. Shoot, I really don't remember. Why isn't it noted here? Because we've talked about this a bunch with Kim. Wait, hold on. What about tasks done? A task where I was supposed to talk to Kim about... No, it doesn't look like we're going to get the little summaries here. I'm not going to have the information I'm looking for. I think I was the 41st. I think. Yeah. Okay. The man sounds genuinely excited. That's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere. He gives you a good, long, meaningful look and adds, somewhere good. This is a really weird interaction. Let's talk more about that hypothetical Station 41 you mentioned. Look, I just took a moment to look at myself, really check out what's going on here. How is this guy willing to hold this conversation? Oh, the hypothetical 4-1. Yeah, let's fantasize about that. He blinks aggressively, which I can tell through his sunglasses. I'm not busy, you're not busy, let's just play around. So what would our relationship be in this alternate universe? Well, let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment? Oh. Yeah, you seem like a cool guy. I'd love to have you as my partner. Would you now? Or would I be cramping your style? The man bites his lip, then waves his hand. Oh, never mind. Partner. Kim's not my partner, right? Like, he's a dude I'm working with right now, but we're from different precincts. So after the case is over, we're just going back home to our separate homes. So this guy, like, this implies that this guy was my partner and that I told him he was cramping my style and there was a problem. So I'm wondering if me saying this is actually going to result in him, like, being very upset, very resentful about what happened. But I certainly don't want to say the top thing. Oh, but maybe the top thing is more of an indication that I'm regaining my memory. I could say this other thing. What I like about this is that it makes it clear that I like Kim. I'm going to say this one. You know what? Actually, I shouldn't have called you my partner. Kim's my partner. He's going to know. I'm not your partner, he says quickly. This union is temporary. A little premonition for you, Lieutenant. He turns to Kim. Sooner or later, probably sooner, your new friend tells you he doesn't need you. He will then suggest you should fuck off. When that happens, I suggest you take his advice, he adds bitterly. The lieutenant merely bows his head in response. Do you have a crime to solve? Oh, no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you, it's been quite a privilege seeing you work. This isn't helping, she says, shaking her head and looking at the man with sunglasses disapprovingly. Well, who else are in our imaginary police station? Oh, you're not going to believe this, but... The man pauses for dramatic effect. Police officers! Yes, sir, solving crimes, locking up bad guys, and get this, and not getting their drink on at 2 o'clock. Just some regular, boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lung. Whoa, who's the far-out son of Lung? I mean, he did just say it was me. Oh, it's you eccentric genius. He winks at you sarcastically. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you. Well, do you want to tell me more about him, or her, or me? Not even a little bit. It's an urban myth, the lieutenant says quietly, about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I said, just an urban myth. You're not the son of Lung. He's trying to protect you from further rough handling dished out by this sunglassed man. Okay, yes, you get the joke. Leave it at that. I can't imagine this anymore. Neither can I, partner. Neither can I. His gray eyes suddenly flash above the glass frames. They feel sad. It's a mere second, but it feels like you saw something. A gram of compassion in that sadness. Okay, well, see you around. Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right? Yeah, I know, super weird. There's something we're missing here, something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it sounds crazy, and you'll probably get laughed at, but still. Oh, I was thinking the same thing. I should just ask him if we're from the same station. Yes, just cross it off the list. It's probably not true, though. Does feel like I should just ask him, right?
I can't believe this shit.
Look, I just have to ask. Are we from the same station? I'm gonna say no, just to see what you'll say to that. What do you say? Okay. Okay? Gene, he said okay. Give it a rest. Okay, I was clearly wrong. He's a firefighter, a male nurse, an animal control agent, something like that. Not a cop. Go on with your cop work. Don't let me stop you again. But he so clearly is a... Parts of my brain are being very difficult.
Yes? What is it?
Look, something's really bugging me. Are we or are we not from the same police station? God damn it, you leave her alone. The man with sunglasses snaps at you. You keep your weird bullshit to yourself and be professional for once, for fuck's sake. Can I actually help you with something? She looks at you apologetically. Yes, of course, preposterous. I mean, you would remember if they were, right? Who forgets their squad mates? That's just not possible. I mean, are you with him? Of course I'm with him. She seems startled by her own tone. Why do you ask? He seems like a cool guy. Well, he's not, the man interjects. His voice is stern. He's a sack of shit barely kept together by crazy glue. But at least he tries. Unlike you. Please. She looks at him, at you, then him, then you again. Let's not turn this into another exchange, okay? So you're police, right? I mean, cool, so am I. I don't... She looks around. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything, Judith. So what are you, the police, doing here? I'm just looking out for... You? No one. The man looks at her. I'm just a man with sunglasses, and you are... a policewoman, it seems like. Yes, her voice is quiet. A policewoman who just wants to do her job, that's all. She says quietly and looks away. Okay, this is a super weird interaction. Have they been instructed not to say or do anything that would jog my memory, maybe? Like they're trying to figure out if I'm actually having memory problems? Or if it's something else? Kim, buddy, you gotta talk to me. Aren't we going to talk about the boots I'm wearing? No, I'm not going to say that. We're not going to talk about the boots. That's a bad idea. I'm going to take these boots off, is what I'm going to do. I asserted myself. I'm as asserted as I need to be. It's pressed and spotless gleaming white shirt, the kind that serious men wear at serious inter-isolary officers. Not yet piss-soaked or cum-stained. That's... What's really upsetting about this is not the note that this has not happened to this shirt, but the fact that that note does not appear on any of the rest of our clothing, which has some implications I'm not comfortable with. This tawny cone-shaped hat looks like a beacon of Samaran wisdom, its straws sticking up like antennas. Thank God you can't really see people's reactions when they see you strolling around in this incredibly insensitive headpiece. +1 logic, because it is super logical for a cop to wear this, but -1 suggestion for the insensitive bachelor party vibe. And this sleazy, silky bathrobe in vibrant blues features a roaring dragon on its front, ready to take off into the night. A red belt has been provided for fastening. It's culturally insensitive, but only for people who are not from Seoul. The real Seoulites probably don't care. So +1 drama, because become the dragon. +1 electrochemistry, become an addict. In a strange bathing robe. Yeah, because I was already kind of the other thing. Okay, well... This was very productive. And hey look, it's our friend. He's just gonna get 5 XP just for recognizing that he's here. Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous. There he is again, the smoker on the balcony, right here in the whirligin rags. Hello. I'm gonna adjust my time. I'm gonna try to look my best. Hello, hello. So, what brings you here? What is it about the way he carries himself? I am not good at this check. I met your Sunday friend. You did? A small smile adorns his face. And how did you like him? I don't trust governments. How about... He was magical. Magically bureaucratic. I mean, he was sort of impressive in a way in his dedication to being a bureaucrat. Yeah, I'm going to say this. You're right, he was magical. Magically bureaucratic. I told you, he can be very useful. I guess that's the charm of powerful people. So, who is he? A visitor from the First World. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He smiles, and his smile seems melancholic. He can always return. Return where? To his opportunities in the Occident, sur le clef. Still, he breathes in and keeps his lungs filled for a moment before letting it out. His coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know. He stares at the bar. So this is the part where apparently my detective character can't figure out that these two are probably, boning down. Why was he staying at your place in the middle of the night? He has keys, and he likes the view. He waves gently with his cigarette-holding hand. To the sea, I mean. Yeah, that's probably not the only one. So what are you two? Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time. What does that mean, a Sunday friend? He sighs. That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess. Oh, is that even a friend, though? It is. On Sundays, he smiles. This is a weird bit of lingo. You know what? I don't want to talk about other people. I want to talk about you. He hums. What about me, gendarme? Tell me again about that muscular type who came to investigate the crime. Oh, yeah, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building asking questions. You know what? This is something I hadn't really thought about, though. The timeline. Because we were told... I think we were told that nobody called the police for 4 days, right? And then I showed up shortly after the police were called, but then I dicked around in town and got real drunk for 3 days. Why didn't anybody call the cops for 4 days? Or, really, the question is, why did someone call the cops on that 4th day? Because it makes sense to me that they wouldn't call the cops. If the Hardy Boys and the Union are functioning as police here, the Hardy Boys and the Union were doing the police stuff. They told people they had it under control, right? Somebody calling the actual police means that somebody got tired of the inaction, I'm assuming? So there's a schism here somewhere. Somebody doesn't think that the Union is up to the job. Maybe. I don't know. I'm formulating ideas. Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building asking questions. And was he alone? Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece. His earpiece? Yes, those tiny speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes wear. And what was he saying? Just reporting back whatever I was telling him. So, you weren't actually interviewed by this guy. You were interviewed by somebody who didn't want to be seen interviewing you, or maybe somebody who couldn't have gotten out of his office to do the interview himself. Alright, what did he look like? Muscular, handsome, he shrugs nonchalantly. Strong, like one of those military types. And what did you tell him? Nothing. That I didn't see anything. And he believed you. Why shouldn't he? Did you tell him about your friend? He takes another drag of his cigarette before knitting his brows. What friend? Your Sunday friend, the witness. No, I don't think it came up. Oh, weird. Besides muscular, did he have any other identifying traits? Oh, let me think. He turns his eyes upward in recollection. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely orangese. Closes his eyes. No, not vaguely. Scratch that. He sounded definitely, it's probably orangese, maybe? Because this is pronounced Oranje, right? I don't know. Okay, so this guy who's asking questions, he's one of the security people? Anything else on your mind? His lazy eyes stroll over your face. I kind of want to just roll this check, see if we get lucky. Because there's no way I'm passing this without putting points in composure anyway, which would just reset it. I guess let's finish talking to him first. So what are you doing here? Admiring the atmosphere, he smiles. What about you, officer? I'm here to kick some ass and solve the case I'm working on. Well, here's to you. He raises a glass before taking a sip of his drink, froth grazing his mouth. I'm gonna go ahead and try it. What is it about the way he carries himself? Okay, it's worth a shot. It's the sports. He's a sports guy, all about that physical prowess and athletic skill. Nothing else here. Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, well, that wasn't super useful. Hey, is it time yet? Ooh, I can squint? Nope, still not time yet. It's weird that there's a specific time you're supposed to look through that, but it still lets you try at other times. I almost wonder if we should just roll the check and see, based on the idea that it becoming time might reset the check, which is a thing that we've seen checks get reset at the moment you're supposed to do them. Oh yeah, 20 cents. Alright. So I really thought Kim was going to come back and we were going to have a conversation about the case. Alright, let's go to the car. I want to ask about the serial numbers on the armor. Kim definitely saw me wearing the armor. He didn't bring it up, so I'm also not going to bring it up. Pick up the radio. Okay. The 41st is correct, right? Yeah, because this is Kim's station, and then she connects us to the 41st. Have you heard back from the ICP about the serial number? Yes, the armor was produced by, she looks at her notes, Fairweather in their facilities in Betancourt, sur la Clef in 42. It is part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Orgny's pharmaceutical companies. Man, my brain today. In the Seminine conflict. She browses pages. So, it seems the armor went to Seminine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued. And do you know what it's called now? Well, the most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Krenel. And the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor. Armor like this isn't mass-produced. It would have probably been fitted. Perhaps there's a record of who signed for this particular suit of armor. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's check on that. Well, wait. First, the firm has continued to work for pharmaceutical companies. Now, let's ask this. A suit of armor like this would have been customized to fit the wearer. There must be a record of the person to whom it was issued. Yeah, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though. Yes, please do try. It's imperative that we learn whose armor this was. Sure, call back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have more information for you by then. So, we don't want to talk to Sylvie again, or rather Sylvie really doesn't want to talk to us again. I'm gonna connect to the 41st. There's personal details I'd like to discuss. Sorry, but I'm under orders to give a negative to requests for personal information. Over. Huh. Wait, you mean you can't tell me anything about me? But I'm me! 10-4. Orders are still orders. Anything else? Over. No, that's fine. So yeah, there's some kind of test going on here, right? I'm trying to figure out if I'm actually unable to remember things. Hold on, let's go over here to Sea Lang.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
May as well try the check, right? Damn it. Alright, no need to dress this one up. Just tell them what you want. We tried this before, yeah. Okay. I'm not asking for a bribe, Kim. I just want money. You know, free money for doing nothing. It's the best kind of money. Footfall within. Not human. Only a dog and no more. But hey, that was 2 bubbles. We're just racking that XP up. Okay, who are these people? This is new. I'm actually not allowed to interact with them. I guess they're the workmen who cleared the water lock? Let's go ask the dude about it. Then again, he doesn't seem to come outside very often. He might not actually know anything. Alright, nothing new.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Yeah, okay. Looks like no new information. I suppose we could try to inquire with him about our gun again, but can't imagine anything would have happened that would have given us any new insight or him any new information. Alright, well, can I close this and then walk across it? Is that how this works? Pull the lever. You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud clunk. Then the water lock starts moving. Very slowly moving. Almost torturously slowly moving. And then there's still more slow movement. Okay, there we go. Okay, the lieutenant looks across the canal. If we ever need to get to the coast, this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want us to get sidetracked, not with everything that's going on. Focus on one thing, achieve it, then the next. That's the task chain. Okay, I mean, I hear what you're saying. We are immediately going across the waterlock. Obviously. The radio relay hums with electricity. That's a good thing for it to hum with. Didn't realize that this was going to be such a long walk around. I thought we could just, peek over. A breaker box to power the radio pylon above you. Maybe there's something inside. Yeah, sure. Like free money. Why wouldn't there be? Also, there's free money up here. Alright, we have a lot of stuff to explore over here, I think. I assume there's a lot of new stuff to explore, based on what the map looked like. We've discovered some magnesium here. Traffic beyond the gate. More abandoned motor lorries. Sign says no entry. Someone scribbled an inverted star on it. Okay, apparently they meant it. I cannot gain entry. Is that... Nope, it looks like plastic refuse, but not the kind I'm allowed to pick up. Someone has broken down the fence and the barbed wire here. Yes, okay, here's some tire tracks, right? Here's more of what happened. Oh! Okay, look at that. Hey guys, I think I solved it. A bottle, drained of all its booze, is frozen to the ice. This is it, the scene of the party. The fire pits, cigarettes, and empty bottles all evidence it. Yeah, sure does look like a lot of folks partied here. Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point, like a goose ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain. Hey Kim, looks like we've had a couple of party-goers here. Looks like it. This is some kind of theater to them, a circus production by a great clown. Do I feel that way? I don't know. I'm gonna say it. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and nods. Hey, let's keep moving, detective. Somehow he doesn't want to dwell on it. Uh-oh. Does he know something I don't know? Is this my party? What have I done? Banged up fuel canister? That seems useful. A banged up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insul Indian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheel, and engine remain visible. It must be cold and lonely down there in the icy water. I'm empathizing with the car now. The seawater has already started to corrode the metalworks. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading. Yes, thank you. So this is where those tire tracks were leading. It appears to be so. The lieutenant has a peculiar look in his eyes as he inspects the wreckage. Well, let's investigate. I agree, the lieutenant replies. His eyes never leave the sunken vehicle. We should definitely investigate. I was half expecting him to tell me that this is not the case we're working on. You get a sudden sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water. It does look like a police car, doesn't it? Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some motor carriages are bound to end up in the sea. Yeah, what is the make of this motor carriage? Can I see a logo? The logo's too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out. But you do see a monkfish float by. Oh hey, free fish. Run your hand over the cold metal. The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists. A single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't touched it. How long has it been here? The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. He leans forward to peek into the cold water. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday. Well, well, well. Looks like Jacob Earw's journey came to an abrupt end here. Your mocking tone finds no response but the motion of the waves. Yet another case of engine displacement triumphing over the driver's IQ. Kim does like a fancy car. I wonder if he's one of those guys who's like, yeah, most people shouldn't have one of these. Because if so, this might dig in with him. Yes, yes, rub your chin. Crazy recklessness. Yes, yes. Crazy recklessness. The lieutenant glances at you. I'd say it has been here since last Saturday or Sunday. He really does not want me to miss that. So what should we do? Let's wait for low tide and see what's inside. Great idea. Then we can get the things inside. The Joyrider must have left something good inside. Guns, papers, maybe a cool jacket, a Joyrider jacket? Alright, well, how long will it take for the low tide to come in? I don't know, an hour or two tops. Let's just hang out here and wait. That doesn't seem so bad. As you sit down in the old rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea. I'm very good at whistling. The tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher-pitched and slightly more melodic trill. Two birds on a wire whistling by the seaside, looking at the water, and a sunken car. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion. I'm really digging this little, interlude we're having with Kim. Wow. It probably says something about me that I first looked at this and I was like, Harry, what the fuck, dude? But no, he's talking about the glasses, probably. Boy, the tide sure is taking its sweet time. I believe it's following a pattern set millions of years ago by cosmic forces, but I suppose it could move quicker, yes. Clouds on the horizon grow darker and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 more minutes pass. If you have to side with either the strikers or the shipping company, who would you choose? Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place. But, if someone put a gun to your head. Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass. Can you make out the mark now? Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. Man, I feel like you could have mentioned that. It's a Capri, Model 40. His eyes turn to you. Yes, why haven't you? And they've made a point earlier about how Kim's eyesight is not that good even with his glasses, which means I definitely have been able to, which means I'm stopping myself from recognizing it. It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government officers, or government offices. He pauses to think. Firefighters, animal control people, those kinds of people. Squint your eyes and say, "Hey, is that a number on the side there?" "Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?" It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. Why, it's positively pedagogical. Does he know something about the driver of this vehicle? Oh, he might. He might just. 41 is his rank in the underground street racing hierarchy. Small fish, this one. No. Oh, geez, I hate guessing. District something? Oh, man, a precinct? Something municipal? Rub your temples. You're getting a horrible headache. No, I think this is a good time for a moment of realization. Oh, God, no. I'm sorry, Harry. I'm so sorry. 41. Precinct 41. A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. No, just no. Say no to this, Harry. Oh my God, it's mine! I drove my car into the sea? I'm afraid, yes. It looks like you drove your police motor carriage into the sea, after you jumped across the canal. Well, the badge, the gun, and now this? The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything. I mean, things were going so well. We were just whistling merrily. You could still whistle, the lieutenant says with a smile. Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn. Okay, shit. How do we get it out? Detective, he says almost gently. We don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point. So it's just gonna be there like that. I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years, he looks around. And look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable, but overall this machine is a write-off. They're not going to take me back after this, are they? People are more valuable than machines. He's trying to cheer you up now. And training a police officer is even more costly. Okay, maybe I was in pursuit of someone? Of whom? The lieutenant looks skeptical. I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk. Probably. Try definitely. Well, at least we can see what's in there now. This is very embarrassing. Task complete, find the traffic hooligan. Yes, I suppose I did. Yes, let's go take a look. Go to your inventory and interact with the item by clicking on the Interact tab and then Interact. So this has become an inventory item. The idea of just the fuel canister has become. A dented stainless steel fuel canister. White envelope. Oh, right, the Everett Claire thing. I didn't look at it. Let's not worry about this right now. That's not what I want. Here we go. Close this. Alright, let's go try to interact with this car. Well, here's my badge. I found it. Also, my commander's jacket. Ooh, am I a commander? Hold on a second. That seems important. A thick blue piece of acrylic covering a thin leaf of paper with the officer's name and rank on it. Next to the writing, you see a man stare back at you. A younger version of you, already disintegrating inside, but still presentable on the outside. A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back. Hey, I found my badge! Well, at least something good came out of all this. The lieutenant glances at the badge in your hands. Well, let's study it. Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct. Let's really look at this photo. Let's dig in here. The man keeps winking at you with his green-gray eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that. But the badge is new. You used an old photo for a new badge. Yeah, I could see why I might do that. How old? 8, maybe 10 years? The guy in the picture is rather good looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns. Well, why? Why would he make such a foolish mistake? And he's winking? Why? Why do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark. Well, alright. Name? Harrier? Dubois? Harrier. That's long for Harry. I mean, I read that immediately as Harrier because, there's a lot of French going on in the game. But maybe it is Harrier. Maybe my parents named me Harrier. So you are Harry, he thinks. Everett was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't. Yeah, weird. It doesn't say Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. That's not strange at all. Your name is Harrier Dubois, like it says on your police badge. What? But what kind of name is Harrier? It's a wartime name. Revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times. Like Undying, or Boxer, or Ironhide. Yo, nobody gives their child the legal name Undying. A name like Armor. Yo, that's actually pretty interesting. It is a name like Armor. But, here's the question, really. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau is a constructed identity. There's no way that our character doesn't know that. But how much do we value the constructed identity as a way of getting away from the thing we used to be, right? If we're trying to course correct after this very nearly fatal experience we had, maybe not accepting the name, even though it is cooler than I originally thought it was, is our way of sort of we're making ourselves into a new person, right? And we're taking the new name as a symbol of that. I don't want to be Harry Dubois. Why? It's a cool name. I like it. He shrugs. Besides, you're Harry anyway. No one's ever called Harrier. The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it. Yep. Rank, Lieutenant 2 JFR. Lieutenant Double Yfretor. What is a Lieutenant Double Yfretor? The Lieutenant is a rank above Sergeant and below Captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a Lieutenant. And Double Yfretor? The title of Yfretor is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, Captain. You have declined twice. Thus you're Double Yfretor. Declined? There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's decomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank. In your case, Lieutenant. Yeah, that does kind of sound like us, huh? What's a decomptage? Decomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol citizens' militia. It means counting down to twos. The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, and then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kinks. What kinks? Kinks like satellite officers and the additional Yfretor rank I already explained. So, I mean, I'm not his superior, right? I declined being his superior, and he knows that. So, and this doesn't make any sense. You've been putting up with me because we're the same rank. Let's ask this. Wait, satellite officers? You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite. No, I think I was actually a good cop at one point. A little unorthodox, but I mean, still a little unorthodox. Yeah, I'm not going to mention it. Thanks for explaining all this. I think Kim and I are getting along really well. So, back to the document. Serial, Rev 126205 Jam 41. That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure. Right, just because numbers are fun. Date of issue, 7th of November, 50. 4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant Double Yfretor. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then. The case created a lot of edge you have to take off. The Death March really gets us going. You're pretty sure you weren't doing well, but better, probably yes. Precinct 41, I should not be confused by this anymore. Yes, it's the designation of your Precinct 41, like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor, a lot of asphalt. The 41st is... He stops. Wait, what? It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. The district that should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is. But then again, a faint smile. It's a legendary district, and a hell of a station, too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdyayeva. Okay, well that was interesting, and now we have our badge so we could press Joyce. She said we needed to either prove that we were a cop or do something for her, right? So that's good. Managed to get up to another skill point, because we're really like tearing it up with those lately. I have no idea what I want to spend that on. I suppose that's something I can think about. Hold on, we're going to check this orb over here first. Footprints in the snow. They lead away from the accident. Seems the walker was either very confused or drunk out of his mind. Yeah. Okay, and I was just double checking. Yes, in situations like that where one orb prompts another, we do get XP for both of them. So that seems like a pretty big deal. We're actually maybe going to make a lot of XP off of that. It really hurts to punch this armor. A sword wouldn't even leave a scratch. A bullet would bounce right off. Still, there must be some flaw in it that would allow you to stand your ground against this dangerous enemy technology. You just have to figure out what it is. Possibly by beating yourself while wearing it? Or shooting yourself? Let's see. I sort of want to spend our skill point on opening up a thought catalog thing and getting this in there. But maybe that's a thing I shouldn't do hastily. Because the thing is, we are out of time for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to consider our options here. Come back next time on Monday for exploration of a brave new world, or a brave new tiny little part of Martinez anyway. And we'll see you then.